Here we are.
One more time, live, not pre-recorded. When was the last time? It's a few months ago.
So we're Maike and Lily. We're hosting our own show twice a month, and we do this in a mix of live, of video snippets. We sometimes play a little intro, but it's always about business, and it's always in relation to us and our company March, and us as best friends.
Yes, and if you're interested in more of us, then subscribe to our channel.
Below.
Just below. But today's topic of the show is the power of friendship in business. And why are we talking about especially this topic? Well, of course, because we are best friends and we have business together. And so we'll do a series of the power of friendship in business. And today we want to start with our friendship. So how did we become best friends?
Yes.
Yeah.
To this date, it is still a mystery. So for those of you watching and thinking, okay, those are the three indicators that look out for, first of all, maybe to become acquainted with another person, slowly turning it into a friendship, then turning into best friends, and then even starting to think of an own company. So when are all those steps? Maybe we'll find out, and that's also why we do the talk, because it's a journey, and we reflecting, and maybe you also commenting and sharing your insights, will actually know when was the point that we actually said, okay, now we can start our business.
The turning point, so to say. And so how did we start? So how did we become best friends? This is a few years ago, even though people think we know each other since we are being little kids. I just remember the one post you did. But how did it start? So when did we met each other? Which year was it, Maike? Do you remember?
Well, it must have been somewhere around 2013 when I joined the company in Darmstadt, where we actually met. But as we were working in totally different function, as our departments only had slight overlaps at the time, due to regions and products groups and so on, I think we were introduced by a friend. We were first, going out for dinner and maybe meeting up once a month for coffee.
That's right. But then, time continued and life happens, like it said.
Well, life happened to me, as it turned out. I was diagnosed with cancer 2015. So that resulted in me, of course, leaving my job, going into therapy, and returning 9 months later, healed from cancer, but of course, struggling in a way to get back into life. Also, I wanted to make use of life, enjoy life to the fullest. And this is then where my acquaintance, like my coffee date from once in a while, Lily, turned into the person who I think had a mix of crazy ideas, but also allowed my crazy ideas to foster. And we realized that, it's just fun to hang out with, to enjoy life, and to try out new things and rekindle our youth, so to say.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, so this were like really the time of partying, traveling, trying out crazy things. So like not bungee jumping, what is that? Skydiving.
We got a tattoo.
Yes, traveling to Dubai, traveling to the US. So it was like all mixing up. And I think the saying that we were kind of catching up on our youth in our early 30s was kind of a bonding. But of course, life happens again. And this time to me, due to some crazy relationship situation, Maike was the only one there really believing in me and showing me that I'm not crazy. if I do not want to go the steps or the journey everyone was really kind of writing out or visualizing for themselves, but not me for myself. And so Michael was really the rock there, saying, Lily, you are not crazy. You have not to do this. You can do it by yourself. And this knowledge to know that you were there, or that I'm really not crazy or not alone. So
yeah, I think
just
that's
the two of us.
That's more like it is. So we mix in our craziness and in the belief that you don't have to accept the status quo. You can always challenge it, no matter what happens. It's always your decision how to react to it. I introduced the very profound meaning of Manish to Lily, and I said, well, see the past as an asset. If you don't like it, you cannot change it, but you can change how you look at the past, and you can change how you go into the future. And so actually from then on, Manish was kind of the saying that we then also use to just get over things or focus on different ways. And we've proven it both to ourselves. So we helped one another, and there was never a question, like we were always number one for one another.
Oh.
And so then, I don't really know when, but then one day someone actually admitted that we must be best friends.
That's right.
There's no way around it. We couldn't hide it any longer.
Absolutely. And yeah, of course, a lot of people, we should maybe just clarify the questions when we're talking about our friendship. So we are really best friends, and we have really the same taste in alcohol, but different taste in men. So that's why our relationship and friendship can work, and our businessship as well. So, but then, so hanging out with each other, traveling the world with each other, having crazy events or crazy experiences together. Somehow the point came where we were thinking about, okay, what's the next step? How can we bring our friendship on the next level? So what should we do now? The next logical step was really to was it not logical?
The next logical step was, first of all, for me to join your department. But then I said, no, it would be kind of weird. We're best friends, and then even if Lily was the coolest boss, she'd still be my boss. And the basis for our friendship is really that we're equal. We're so different walks of life, but we match in the fact that we both consider ourselves equal and not one superior. So no, that's not going to work.
That's a pity. Why not?
But the next idea came sooner or later, and we said, okay, well, let's look for a job in the same city. Or even the same company, because that would also solve some of the challenges. And we would go somewhere new opportunities, but still we would have each other close.
Yeah, but kind of we then realized, well, of course, a new city, a new company, but the topics would be the same, so work-wise. And so we just have been talking about it yesterday, and we figured out, okay, we have been always standing out individually, so through all our lives, or through the whole of our life. But then when we met, we realized that we both together, we can create our own highway with our own rules and our own speed and our own, I don't know, what is else on the highway? Who else is driving on the highway? So, and this was then the turning point for us to say, well, let's have a business together.
Is there anything more crazy than founding a company in a time and age, especially looking at our age and at also the business models that are out there and our business ideas? Was it kind of crazy to even think about it?
But it was, it fit our way of life and also our friendship. So that's why it was the next real logical step to start Malish and to start the journey to conquer the world and to become the best coaches, the best consultants in the world. Are we close to that or far behind it?
Well, what's definitely still outstanding is our friendship, our craziness, that we don't take anything for granted, and that the attitude of using your life, your past as an asset is still present. And that's, of course, why our company was called Malish. It's also Mike and Lily, but it's actually really this profound knowledge and saying and wisdom, whatever, choose the name.
Yes, and if you want to know how the beginning of Malish was and if it was a challenge for our friendship, so I'm just saying I was on vacation in the week of the most important preparation of a pitch for our business. So this is like a teaser. This is what we will be talking about on the 14th of September. And yeah, tune in, subscribe to our channel, Malish Consulting.
And if you wonder what we actually do, we're not just producing this show, but feel free to wander around our beautiful YouTube channel. You see that we're experts in time management. You see how we work and with whom we work. We've got loads of testimonials and talking about stages, and actually the big event that Lily was teasering just recently. You'll also find that on our YouTube channel. So subscribe below, turn on the notification, and see you in 2 weeks' time.
See you.